You're going to get a chance to see the start of our tour on the Aleutian Ballad, the Bering Sea Crab Fishermen's Tour in Ketchikan, Alaska.
3 times more money converting this boat to bring you guys with us than I paid for the boat. And then we got up here in 2007 with a dream. We had 0 cruise ship support. None of the cruise lines picked us up as an excursion. But after that first year, I was able to talk the shore excursion managers into coming down. We went to the convention. We got the Princess, President of Princess to come down to the boat. 2008, every major cruise line picked us up. But I gotta tell you, our first trip in 2007, we had 5 guests. 5. For myself, it was worth every penny. Because no longer did I have to dream about it. And it was the best trip I'd ever had. Every day, these are the best trips I've ever had on the ocean. Okay, you'll find out today. A lot of people ask me, how I got to the Bering Sea. It's the same story. I was in Kodiak, Alaska, offloading halibut again, and a buddy brought a piece of paper down to my boat. And he says, hey, read that. So I'm looking at it, and what it said was if you don't have a king crab boat fishing by January of 1992, you are not going to get a king crab license. Before that day, I had never been to the Bering Sea. But if you tell a kid like me, and some of you guys, you can't do it for the rest of your life, within a week, I'm on an airplane flying to Alabama to see about building a king crab boat. We landed in Mobile, Alabama, and this old guy picked us up. I'm in the front seat. I talked to Buddy into coming with me. And he's driving us down to the bayou. He's doing about, 65 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. I said, hello, you're going to get a ticket. He said, and don't worry, pretty soon, 5. That's it. I said, man, you got to slow down. He unzips his jacket and does this. Right there's the sheriff's tab. And then it got worse. He said, we're going to the bayou. I'm going to build you a big crab boat. But if we got the problem with that contract, Mark, guess what? We just go to my courthouse to resolve the difference. How you like that? But nobody ever called me sport, so I shut up. I never said another word. I'm never funny. I got my buddy in the back, and we're going down we're going across this grass field. I can see the brick mansion coming. And right before we get to it, we take a left-hand turn to this double wide trailer park house. Now, it was 98 degrees in Alabama, so we walked up to the door. He opened up the door, and he grabbed a roll of paper towel right here. 5 squares on top of the pile of dog poo and the dog pee as we walked our way back through the office. Now, I'm thinking I'm in the wrong spot, right? We get into the kitchen. He put a piece of paper down on the table. And he said, now you come a long way to do this, and I need to get you started. So, Bering Sea Crab Boat, hull number 46. You put 2 lines at the bottom, and he said, now, you sign that there, you sign there, and y'all give me a $10,000 check right now to get your boat started before that deadline. He was a smart man. He did not want any tire kickers. And I knew right then, if I didn't sign that and give him $10,000, he's taking my butt back to the airport. And I wasn't going to get to see the bayou. So we paid him that $10,000, and we go down to the shipyard now. How many people saw that movie Forrest Gump? You know when Jenny comes into Violent Master, Alabama?
Yeah.
Here comes a fishing boat to Jenny. I'm watching it on TV. Forrest is on the back deck going, Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Dan. And then Jenny crashes into the dock. The first stop going into Violet Factory, Alabama, is the Morton Shipyard where my king crab boat was built, right there. 5 years before that, almost had built before that bridge. He built us a heck of a boat. Today we put together a heck of a crew. Big D has been fishing for 45 years now. Wow. Yeah. His name is Dennis Prince. And he worked for me on many of my fishing boats. I have stood next to this man on the deck for 3-4 days in a row with no sleep. He will give you 100% every time he's on the deck here. But he might not like it, but he will give you 100%. Dennis Frenzy, welcome. And then we have Ron Swallen today, another one of your crew. We call him Captain Ron. He's been in the Bering Sea for 45 years.
Whoa.
He just left the Bering Sea. He just got off of his boat like a week ago. I threw a microphone on this guy. There's a lot of famous fishermen, Sig Hansen, Jonathan, Phil Harris. I think Ron Swallen's a legend in the Bering Sea. One of the finest guys I've ever fished alongside. Ron, thanks for being here. All right. And then we got some greenhorn. We got Maddie, Kendall, and Lila. Now, it's your vacation, right? If you want anything today, you please ask these girls. They've got our backs to keep you safe. They'll get you anything you want. They're top notch. These two grew up in Ketchikan their whole lives. This one's been on the tour boat for 16 years now, okay? 16 years with us right here. And they're excited, so let's get out of here.
We also have restrooms here, and these restrooms, I'm just so proud of the girls. I've worked in Bering Sea. I've worked up and down the west coast all the way, and I've been on a lot of different fishing boats. And I've been in some pretty unbelievable restrooms. These are just as nice as you had at home. These gals take a lot of pride. They keep them nice. There's 3 of them up here in the bow. Just regular standard clutch. But there is one thing we have on the Aleutian Ballad that you will not find on any other crab boat in Bering. And it's pretty special. And that's the gift shop right back there. We have all kinds of things. We got beer cozies. One thing we do have, I like to mention. And there's a book back there. It's called The History of the Sea. And it pretty much tells the story of David and his dream of putting this whole thing together. And it's a great coffee table book. And if you guys get that and you want to sign it after the end of the tour, we'd be more than happy to do that. Sorry about the cheat sheet. I don't do this very often. But it is kind of important. I would rather not miss anything. Another thing that we have back there, and we get asked this a lot, is you guys must get tired of eating king crab. Well, we don't, because we're not allowed to. We have to count for every pound of crab we catch. But since 2019, we've had people ask, where can you get good king crab in Ketchikan? Well, we didn't have an answer for that. We have one now. He gets fresh red king crab, the best he can get, flown down from Dutch Harbor, and we have it in the galley there in half-pound sections, hot, served with butter, just the way we like it. And I don't think you can find any better crab anywhere. And we also, how many people have been waiting for a few years to get up here because of COVID? Yeah, me too. We all feel good about that, but it's still kind of a nemesis. So when we get in the galley or in any confined spaces, feel free to put a mask on, whatever makes you comfortable. There will be times you'll notice these chains are down right now. When these chains are up, you'll just feel like this, and that just means that we're going to be doing something over here on deck that we don't want anybody over here. But for the most part, when these chains are down, we want you guys to come out here and just enjoy yourself, and look around, and check out the equipment. Check out the gate block, the boiler. We got a long line hauler. This steel stuff. This is just 2 pieces of steel to pinch the line and pull it up. But and then you see some place that you shouldn't stick your fingers, don't. He did. On season 2, they filmed the very first rogue wave that's ever been captured. It hit the side of his boat, 60 feet high, rolled it up on its side, and they came back. I am not going to say anything more about it, but what I will tell you is that inside that galley, we have that particular section of the show, that clip, and that is the most requested clip since the show started. So that's running on a 4-minute loop in there, and if you get a chance, which you will have, just wander in there and watch it. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. Oh, there's one more thing. This. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to swing this block out. Grab this item here. Anybody know what this is?
That's the hook on the hook.
Ah, the hook. Yeah. Yeah, it can be your best friend. Everything we pull in, we have to catch with a gravel hook. But one thing that you guys can do, and it makes a nice picture, just stand here, get your best Bering Sea look. Just remember, you haven't eaten in 2 days, you haven't slept in 3 days, and this is the first pot out of a string of about 50. That's the look you want when you're getting ready to throw this. Anybody can do that. That won't fly at all. So another thing, relatively, do not throw the hook. I mean, if you throw this hook, it's wrapped around your hand, goes back, gets in the wheel, bad deal. So we can just pretend we're throwing the hook, and it still makes just as good a picture. No, I think that just about covers it. What we're going to do now, I'm going to leave the chains down. You guys can get out here and check stuff out. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. I got to go get my stuff on. I'm gonna come over. Actually, there's one more thing I should say. I'm going to bait this tub, and these hooks are really sharp, and they are in a particular order. So I would appreciate it if nobody grabbed a hold of anything on that tub. You'll see why later.